Hi, my name is Carolyn Vatz, editor of Quilter's World magazine. If you're looking for exceptional quilting ideas for the second half of the year, we have everything you could possibly want in our autumn issue. Autumn, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and of course, quilted projects perfect for Christmas gifts. Something for every holiday and occasion that falls in the second half of the year. I'm delighted to bring you another fabulous issue of our magazine. We have everything from placemats to quilts just waiting for you. Everything you'll need to make each and every holiday or season for the rest of the year memorable, now and for years to come. Here's your inspiration and the patterns to go along with it. Now is the time we start to think about coming holidays and ways to make them special. We have plenty of creative ideas and patterns to motivate you, projects I know you'll love. We've also included charity color options for several of the quilts that are perfect with a few fabric changes for use as charity quilts. So let's take a peek. Want to cuddle up? There are several great projects to bring the warm tones of fall into your home. Maybe you're looking for a new table runner for the Thanksgiving table. If so, you'll find several to choose from. Or maybe you'll want to make a special throw for the sofa to add a bit of holiday cheer. It's here too. Do you want to start special projects for gifts? If so, we have an abundance of great ideas. Some of my personal favorites in this issue are Dapper Dan the Snowman placemats, Fall Fancy Table Runner, Sassafras, and Blowing in the Wind. Quilter's World not only gives you patterns for today's lifestyles, but also trend-setting designs. If you want to know what's new in the quilting community, you'll find it here. Our goal is to bring you the latest and greatest in quilting design and products. Now don't forget to check out the inspiration page and of course the favorite finds feature where you'll find the latest in fine quilting products. As an added bonus, here is a short tutorial on perfecting half-square triangles and flying geese. Many of the patterns today incorporate half-square triangles, and I'm going to show you one method of doing them today that I feel is the easiest and most accurate. When you're going to make your half-square triangles, if you take two of the fabrics you're going to use in that half-square triangle and you put them together with right sides together, and then I would press them. Once you press them, it helps them stick together. Once you've pressed your two squares together, you're going to draw a line diagonally from corner to corner, and this is going to be the line that you use to line up your 1/4 inch. Once you have those lines together, I would pin it on both sides to make sure that it stays. Then you're going to take this to your sewing machine and you're going to sew on both sides of that line 1/4 inch. Once you've sewn your lines on both sides of that line at 1/4 inch, you're going to take a ruler, you're going to lay it on that center line that you drew, and you're going to cut it right down the line. Just like that. Then you're going to take these and you're going to press them open to the darks and press to the dark side, and you'll have a perfect half-square triangle. Our second tutorial is going to be on how to do flying geese. The easiest way and the most commonly used is to do it with a rectangle and two squares, and usually the square is twice the size of the rectangle. What we're going to do today is with right sides together, we're going to put the square on top of the rectangle and line it up. Then we're going to take a ruler and we're going to run a line from corner to corner diagonal like this. And this is a little bit different than doing the half-square triangles because this time we're actually going to go to our machine and we're going to stitch on this line. I usually secure it with a pin to make sure it doesn't move, and let's go to our machine. When you get to the machine, you're going to want to line your needle up with the line you just drew. And I like to take and put the needle in the down position to make sure it's lined up correctly. And you're going to sew right down that line. And then cut it. Once you have that first line sewn, you're going to go back to your cutting board and you're going to pull the pins out. And be careful which side you trim, because you're going to want to trim the outside triangle off. You're going to line your 1/4 inch line on your ruler up with where you just sewed. And you're going to cut across there diagonally, making sure that this is the outside corners. Then you're going to take it to the ironing board and you're going to press it open. Once you have the one side pressed, you're going to go back and you're going to pin another square, the same size, on the other side. And you're going to take it, draw a line again diagonally from corner to corner, and it will overlap. You're going to pin it in place before you go to the sewing machine, just so it doesn't move on you. And again, you're going to sew right down this line. We're going to start and we're going to do exactly the same thing that we did on the other side. You're going to want to put your needle down and you're going to stitch down that line we drew. And it will overlap with your other triangle, but that's fine. And then cut your threads. Once you've sewn the other square, we're going to take it back to the cutting table and remove the pins. Again, we're going to line the ruler up with where you just sewed and the 1/4 inch on your ruler. We're going to trim the outside triangle off. And then you're going to take it to the ironing board and you're going to press it open. And this is what you have. We're going to show you a second way to do your flying geese, which is a little different, but some patterns do call for that technique. And it's done 4 at a time, and the blocks that you use are a bit different. On the second method we're going to show you today, you're going to use 2 small squares and 1 large. On the small square, you're again going to draw diagonal lines on both to start. Okay, starting with your large square, lay it on the table, and you're going to place your small squares, 2 of them, on opposite corners aligning the line. And you're going to pin it in place so it doesn't move. And we're going to take this to the sewing machine. On this technique, we're not going to be sewing on the line. We're going to be using the line for our 1/4 inch guide. You're going to drop your foot down so that your edge of your foot, where your 1/4 inch is running along the line. And then you're going to stitch right down the one side. And keep going across the second square till you get all the way to the corner. Going to cut your thread, and then you're going to turn the block and you're going to do exactly the same thing, following the line again down the opposite side. Now we're going to take this to the cutting table. Once you've sewn down both sides of the diagonal line, you're going to take your ruler, and again, you're going to line it up diagonally, and you're going to cut it right on the line from corner to corner. Once you've cut it, you're going to take it to the ironing board, and you're going to press these 2 flaps up. Once you've pressed the unit, You're going to bring it back to the table, draw a line again on another square, and you're going to place it so that the line goes directly up through the middle and pin it in place. And again, you're going to go to the sewing machine and you're going to stitch on both sides of this line. Once you've got to the machine, you're going to do exactly the same thing you did on the other. You're going to run your foot along the side of the line, and this will make your 1/4 inch seam. And you're going to down one side, and then you're going to do exactly the same thing down the other. You'll do this to both units. You're going to take it back to the cutting table and you're going to take the pins out, and taking a ruler, you're going to cut it right down the line you drew. Do this to both units. And then you're going to take it to the ironing board and you're going to press it open like this. You'll have 4 flying geese. You'll find over 22 fun and creative projects in the autumn issue of Quilter's World, not to mention inspiration for many more. There's something for everyone. Quilter's World is where quilting ideas are born. Pick up an issue today or sign up for a subscription, either hard copy or digital. Let the quilting begin. Let me know what you think at editor@quiltersworld.com.